Shalom Israel, first and foremost, I do not give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakdash, the one to the apostles, now script millstone for teaching us his truth, peace, and blessings to the whole of Israel. Yahweh is the name of that front line Hebrew, Ba'ashem is the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the begotten Son, back in our lesson. And as you see within the title, watch your mouth, or be dealt the consequences, some type of effect. But I came across this video right here, which I just got, a few seconds into it. And spirit hit me and make a lesson, going into it. As you see in the background, this caption, it says, "Girl talks on his dead," and has a baby emoji, so his dead baby, and he pull up with his BM baby mama or on that. So we're gonna play it back, and then get a couple scriptures. And you'll further expound that point. So we'll see. Let's start.
The police. Waiting for these bitches to pop up. All that internet, I don't do that. I'm gonna call the police.
This is a problem with Eve. It's perfect pause right here. But Eve loves to run her damn mouth. This is why you see in various situations these women end up in deep trouble. Their man ends up being in deep trouble, ends up being beat up, taken out, You see all these situations, these women will run their mouth, and now their man has to, stand up for them and defend them, and which leads to him getting jumped, putting him in a dire situation, ends up getting taken out, whatever the case may be, just, giving a little example. But as we're going to get throughout the scriptures, it's wise to hold your tongue, to be quiet, and to mind your business. I believe I made a similar lesson going to this, another Eve, Israelite woman going down to, this Jake's hood, pretty much mocking, laughing at them about, their dead homeboy. And further into that video, you saw what happened. They just say a bunch of rounds went into her car.
Hey, get out my way from my house! Get away from my house! Get away from my house, Mac! Get away from my house! Get away from my house! Call the police! Call the police! Somebody call the police.
And this goes to show just how smart, Eve is, saying to, call the popo. Yeah, she has a phone in her hand. This is probably seen in general. Someone will be in trouble, and they always have their phone in their hand recording the situation.
Call the police. Call the police. Somebody call the police. Somebody call the police. Somebody call the police. Why would you do that, Mac? Stop, Mac! Stop! Stop! Why would you do?
Hey, a lot of you wicked, rebellious women are in for some deep trouble. And really, they're asking for it, man. They're gonna get what's coming to them, and it's well deserved once again.
Do that! Stop! I'm sorry.
Now you're sorry. See, this is the problem. They run their mouth, yapping, saying all sorts of slanderous things, terrible things you see in the caption right here. And now you're sorry. I made a lesson a couple hours ago going to the woman's kryptonite, which is accountability. If she didn't run her damn mouth, this wouldn't have happened. If she applied wisdom, this wouldn't have happened. But you get in the scripture going to how the Lord deprived them of wisdom. So these things don't click. It's also why you get in scripture how the weaker vessel, they're more prone to basing their actions purely off of emotion. This is why they're quick to run their mouth and say things to hurt you, to get you angry, and then surprise Pikachu face when you react. When you pretty much give them what they want. And yet they want to act like the victim. They want to act like, why did you do that? As you see right here. Do you not hear the things you said? Or are you surprised?
I'm sorry! Max, stop! My baby live here! Why would you do that? Get away from my house!
Hey, you ain't so tough anymore, huh?
Bruh, my baby live here, bruh! What the fuck are you doing?
But let's pretty much point. Let's see what these comments have to say. This is a knife shaking in her hand. Sorry as scared and apologizing now, but had no care when talking about them people kids. And there you go. We're just gonna go into that accountability, which is 0. So, oh no, she's scared, not stand on that. This comment's good one right here. Saying my baby live here after talking about the deceased kid is crazy. Yeah, that's the ninja woman for you, man. They'll pretty much slap you in the face and be surprised when you hit back. As you see in this case right here. But let's get a couple of these scriptures. Shouldn't be too long of a lesson. It's got a lot of precepts. There's Proverbs 15:1, and it says, I'm not sure if I have these in any particular order, but we'll try these points to get the best of my ability. Now it says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. And that's a clear-cut case, what you've seen right here. The Lord has given us this knowledge and understanding for a reason, this wisdom. In the scripture, how this book was written, for our foretime, for our learning, for our understanding. And the scriptures are so on point, man. What you see in this particular video we just went into. A soft answer turneth away wrath. If she wasn't saying what she was saying, they probably wouldn't have pulled up and broke her window and whatever else. A soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. And you saw that anger from those words. Now, this is Proverbs 18:21. It says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Now, what are you going to do if he would have climbed through the window? If they would have broke the door down? What was that trembling knife going to do then? So death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. And you saw she reaped the consequences of it. Now, you wanted to run your mouth, and there you go. The consequences of your actions. Now she wants you to act like the victim. Why did you do that? Now you want to be sorry. Now you want to apologize. And yet before, they pulled up, she was still being proud. Proverbs 13:3, and it says, he that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life. And just going back to the previous scriptures you read, this is why you see a lot of these situations, these women end up being taken out. They end up getting hit, while their men ends up getting taken out. because they want to run their mouth. They don't know how to be quiet. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction. I'm probably gonna take a screenshot of that, little stop, or that pause that I did. Which you'll know if you see the thumbnail, or if you were watching a lesson. That particular spot I paused on, where she, wide mouth screaming. But he that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction. This actually gets some other translations. See if the NLT says is that those who control their tongue will have a long life. Opening your mouth can ruin everything. And now she looks like she has to pay for some new windows now. Proverbs 21:23 says, whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. As you clearly saw, she didn't keep her mouth shut. She ran it instead. And look what ended up happening. They pulled up. And was that very smart? They know your location, where you live at, and you want to run your mouth. I mean, make it make sense. Whoso keepeth his commandment, or it's like, see something else. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. Two more scriptures, and you asked the point. It says Proverbs 17:28, and that says, even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise. And he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. You see, she clearly didn't get that. She didn't get the memo. Excuse me. But this is a closing scripture right here. It's Isaiah 13:11. It says, and I will punish the world for the evil, and the wicked for the iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. So that pride can be brought low. Right now you see these women on a high top position, but very soon they're gonna fall from that high estate. This pedestal that they're on. Brakti al-Bashmasha, that's the word I was trying to remember. But soon to be brought low. Now, cause the arrogance is proud to cease and lay little highness of the terrible. And you saw that pride that she had in the beginning. And look at how that smile turned frown. So I'm not sure if there's the exact saying for that, but she went from being happy, hard, tough, to real sad, shaky, and terrified. And that's coming for a lot of you wicked, rebellious women out here. But the point was made. Some quick and to the point. Came because that video. Thought I'd make a lesson diving into it. And those edifying. Once again, I do close out. Give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh. Shabbat Shalom. Shalom. See you next one. Lord's will.